So we'll carry on cloud painting. I want it to be more bright here, obviously, because that's what I'm talking about with the burnout, that kind of forgetting mid-sentence. Recall. But this is the perfect therapy for it. The vast majority of people are going to stick around on a live stream like this for seconds, less than a minute. Because they need everything to flash instantly. But it's doing so much damage to your brain, more than you'd ever know. Social media's been designed that way. I read a great book by Newport on digital minimalism. And he said that people like Facebook, all of these big social media companies, they actually employed people who designed slot machines for Vegas. So they purposely designed things to be as addictive as possible. And we wonder why we're all anxious. Well, that's why. But not all social media is equal. I've met many good friends through it. And you may be one of them. You need to work back that way into that later, slightly darker colour. I don't normally work like this. I don't normally work this painstakingly. I like quite fast and expressive work. But there's a lot to be said for this when it comes to calming yourself down. We all know that things like colouring can be really helpful to regulate you. Hence the explosion of mindful colouring books. This has taken it to the next level. So I want that lighter edge on the outside. Then I will work back in. Okay, time to darken it up a little. Thank you very much. Your style, Mitball, please tell me. I'm not sure when that comment came. What do you mean your style? Is this how you like to paint? Water-miscible oil. Fantastic stuff. I'm trying to get one of those bits out. It's just gone straight back in. I might invent a stippling machine. Something that does that. No, that would completely defeat the object, wouldn't it? It's the stippling that brings the sanity. Still quite wet there. This is not supposed to be. I'm not trying to go alla prima, which means all in one session. I'm looking on this one to build it up over time. So, that's too extreme there. Let's lose some of that. So what I'm going to do is work back, even though these, they're kind of dry, going to work into that, into those trees. Bob Ross. Bob Ross blending brush. I don't normally blend. As I said, I like loose work, but hey, this is fun too. Eventually, there'll be a radiance there, hopefully, because I've underpainted it with a yellow, a transparent oxide yellow that will shine through. Because it's transparent, light will bounce through the layers and it will reflect back. That's how you get that glow, in theory. We're going to have the sun coming out somewhere around here, creeping from around here, and bursting light up, and keep it quite stormy over this side. So I'm going to do the trees. So I've got this dark background on the trees, which I'm seeing more as an underpainting. And the way I'm going to work this is to run some autumnal colour over it to show the turning of the leaves, but keep these dark bases in the background. So it's going to be skimmed over the top. I think I'll use that. I think I'll use I could use that too. But no, I think I will use my painting knife. I'll use a bigger one, actually, than I intended to. So we're going to go ochre. And I don't want a lot of this. And I want a dark ochre, so I'm just going to put a bit of Payne's grey in with it. Not get too technical. Just so it's like this dirty ochre colour. Keep it loose like that. I quite like that. And if I do more than that, which I'm so tempted to, I will ruin it on that side anyway. That I'm going to leave there as well. I am actually having 3 layers, so that's fine. I'll put a little bit down here as well. Then straight into the actual ochre that's not been dirtied. And again, I'm just going to run it over so it just picks up areas. Might be more than I wanted to do there, but we can sort that out afterwards. Potentially even blend some of it in and wipe some away. And then, lastly, the ochre, but a lightened version, but not lightened with white, because I want to keep it organic looking. So I'm actually lightening it with this titanium buff, which is enough white. I don't need much of this at all. This is just mainly highlights. That's too much. We'll worry about that later. Just take some of that intensity down in areas. And I will work back into it as well with some darker over, but this is just to get that autumn coming forward, those bright leaves. But I don't want it full autumn, I want it just to be on the turn, as they call it. That's way too contrived, but I just want a couple of lines to cut through to hint at branches. Okay, that'll eventually start looking like autumn leaves. I might need to dull it back down later, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure what to do with this foreground yet, but we'll see. Any ideas? So, leave that to dry maybe. in the foreground. I mean, I'm not even sure what to make that. Hello, Amy, Harry, how are you? Welcome. What do I do? Is this a river? It wasn't intentionally. It was originally a field, but I'm starting to feel that this is a river. What do you think? Any helpers? Yeah, I think this is starting to feel like a river. A river it is. Growing wider there. Actually, I think I'll have it coming all the way there. There's your reflections. Let me think. About, no, I want some shape. Or do I? Sorry, I'm just working it out in real time here. But that is going to now be a river, I've decided. So I'm going to get some of this down here. For the reflection. The beautiful thing about water-miscible oils, you can just spray it and loosen it up a little. Or is it a lake? Maybe it's a lake. Thank you so much. Tell me a little about yourself. Okay, let's get some of I actually love using this. This is called a colour shaper. And it's basically a silicone brush. And you can get some really interesting marks with it. They're not very interesting though, but hey. This is far too bright. But some bright's good. So dulling it back down, that gives me something to do. I've overdone that. Might even have a few reeds. This gives that water look, you see. I'll get in somewhere. Then I'm also going to, down here, have some of that cloud cover coming down into it. So I've got to get some greys going here. I don't know what I would do without Payne's grey. I love it. Okay. Looks very extreme now, but it won't do. Let's get that much more silvery. More to do, but it's getting there. I think I might need to let some of these layers dry off a little, and also create some variance. And I think I will have some, going to start them now. Some kind of reeds in the foreground. That's just there to remind me. I think for today, anyway, that is me for today. Done. And that's, yes, that's far too bright. They're going to be autumn leaves. Far too bright. Yet. We're going to have a lovely burst of sun coming out there, and it's going to shine across there. And we're going to deepen the darks there and see what happens. Until next time, peace.